The Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain, Longman Simplified English Series, read by Khanittha Srirat. Chapter 7. Tom and Huck Swear an Oath. The two boys flew on and on towards a village, speechless with horror. Their glanced backwards over their shoulders from time to time, as if they feared that they might be followed. "If we can only get to our own meals before we break down," gasped Tom. "I can't bear this much longer." "Huckleberries, however," which thing was his only reply. At last they burst through an open door of the old mill and fell, grateful and exhausted, in the sheltering shadows. After a time their breathing became regular, and Tom said, "Huck, what do you think will happen if Dr. Robinson dies?" "Leskin Joe will be hanged." Tom thought for a moment and then said, "Who tell? We? What are you talking about? If we do, and Leskin Joe isn't hanged, why he kills us some time or the other, as sure as we are lying here. If anybody tells Les Potter, do it. If he's foolish enough, he's generally young enough." Tom went to thinking and then asked, "Huck, how can Potter tell? He doesn't know anything about it." "Why doesn't he know? Potter couldn't see anything. He just been stunned when Leskin Joe stuck the doctor with his knife." "That's so, Tom." After another doubtful silence, Tom asked, "Huck, are you sure that you can keep quiet about it?" "Tom, we must. You know that if we tell people what we have seen, and if that devilish half-breed escapes hanging, he will draw us just as if we were a couple of cats. Now, Tom, we must swear to each other to keep our mouths shut." "I agree, Huck. It's the best thing. Shall we just hold hands and swear to that we—" "Oh no, that wouldn't do for this. That's good enough for ordinary things, but they're old to be writing about a big thing like this," and blushed. Tom highly approved of this idea. It was deep and dark and awful. How the cruel circumstances and the surrounding suits it. He picked up a clean, fat piece of wood that lay in the moonlight, took the end of a pencil out of his pocket, got the moonlight on his work, and with his tongue between his teeth wrote this line: "Huck Finn and Tom Sawyer swear that they will keep their mouths shut about this and their wits, that there may drop dead in their track if they ever tell." Huckleberry was filled with admiration of the age with which Tom wrote and of the superior style of his language. Then Tom unrolled the trees from one of his needles, and each boy picked his thumb and pressed out a drop of blood in time by pressing over and over again. Tom managed to cite the letters T and S using the end of his little finger for a pen. Then he showed Huckleberry how to make an H and an F, and the oath was complete. Thereby, the price of words cost to the world with some monthful kindness and charms, and the saints that brought their tongue were considered to be locked, and the king drove away. Then their spirits, when Tom escaped in at bedroom window, the night was almost end. He undressed with excessive caution and fell asleep, congratulating himself that nobody knew of his absence. He was not aware that he had been awake for an hour. When Tom awoke, his had dressed and gone. There was a little look each the night was disturbed. Why had he not been called? In a few minutes he was downstairs, feeling stiff and sleepy, and family was still at the table, but they had finished breakfast. His aunt did not blame him, but said with downcast eyes. Tom ate his breakfast in gloomy silence. After breakfast, his aunt took him aside, wept over him, and asked him how he could break her own heart so by his bad behavior. She told him that he had given up hope of making him a good boy. This was worse than 1,000 whippings, and Tom's heart was sore now than his body. He cried, begged for forgiveness, and promised over again not to misbehave. When he was finally dismissed, he felt that she had little confidence in his promise, and that she had not forgiven him entirely. He felt too miserable to take his levant against his sleepy retreat through the back glass was unnecessarily at school, while he was being punished with Joe Harbour for staying away the day before. He looked as if he did not care what happened to him. He sat down, laid his elbows on his desk and his jaws in his hands, and stared at well with the stony stare of suffering that has reached a limit and can go no farther. His elbow was placing against from his substance. After a long time, he slowly and steadily changed its position and took up this object with sight. It was wrapped in paper, in unwrapped it aside from the very depth. Follow, and his heart broke. It was his breath, door handle, this last throw book, and camelbacks.